Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of our Ottawa Senators rebuild in NHL 21. Thank you for everyone that commented and watched episode 1. If you missed it, go back and check it out as we get started with these Ottawa Senators. So we are doing a complete organizational rebuild here. So in this episode, we're going to see if we can move out some of the contracts and guys that just aren't going to be a part of the future, namely Derek Stepan, as well as kind of, sim through the first little while and see how our team is actually playing. I think we're going to sim in bunches, just like the scouting. If you missed that in episode 1, I show you guys how to scout correctly, and that usually goes from the beginning of the season till about January 1st, and then till April 1st as well, and then the end of the season. My goal this year is to not make the playoffs. I want a good top-end pick to see if we can't help, bolster our prospect system. All right, guys, let's get into episode 2 of the Ottawa Senators rebuild. All right, so just to catch everyone up, here is the lineup going into the season. We've got Brady Tkachuk, Stützle, and Dadonov on our first line. Dzingel, Norris, and Colin White. Third line is Batherson, Tierney, and Nick Paul. And then Formanton, Amadio, and Connor Brown. On defense, we've got Shabbat and Brandstrom. We've got Bernard Docker and Mete, and then Zaitsev and Zub. And then in net, we've got Murray and Forsberg. In the AHL, I mentioned it is a complete organizational rebuild. We need our AHL team to do as best as possible. So we've got Abramov, Pinto, and Sokolov, who are three kind of important pieces for the future. Anisimov, who we are going to try and move out with Pekka and Bodden. Again, these guys aren't really going to be on the team very long. Again, anyone at the age of 26, they basically stop growing. So obviously at 26 or 27 years old, Pekka's not getting any higher. We've got Kopaka, Shaw, and Brown, and then Davidson, LeBate, and Bishop. Then on defense, we've got Fortunato and Daughtry, who are +5, Lassie Thompson, as well as Goluboff, and then Alsing and Josh Brown. Again, we'll take a look at the trading block. These are the three we want to get rid of: Stepan, Anisimov, and then Murray. Murray we're going to leave in because we do need some decent person in net, but Stepan and Anisimov have got to go. We can also add Forsberg to that as well. And we'll put him on there and see what we can get. So again, let's go ahead and see if we can get anything for these guys. All right, so Stepan has 19 offers. I can't believe anyone wants Stepan for $6.5 million, but we'll take a look at what's offered. 3 and 4th. I'm wondering if any of these prospects are anything decent. Kurashev could be. Let's take a look at what Kurashev is worth here. And again, we're looking for younger guys that can build. 78 overall at 20? Yeah, I think we're going to make that one. And a 7th rounder? Okay. Now, he doesn't really fit this coach, but again, guys, we are going to be getting rid of this coach, and he can probably... Does he have a two-way deal? He does. He can play in the AHL. Absolutely. I think that's for sure win for us there. Again, Stepan's not a part of the future, and we can move on from him. Now, let's take a look and see if we can get anything for Anisimov, but I doubt it just based on... his contract and, the fact that he's only like a 79. We'll see. Well, we do. Forsback at Carlson and the Boston Bruins 7th. Steen, a couple of 7ths. And some other prospects that, man, there's a lot of players available here. Low top 9. Nothing I'm seeing. Panov, low top 6. A 6-rounder. Hayes, AHL top 2. Let's see what Forsback at Carlson. See how that looks. 23 years old, 75 overall, low top 9. I mean, he could grow. That does offer some, potential chance. I wonder if he fits in the AHL. Because the other option is just a 6th-round pick. I'd rather have some prospects, so I'm okay with that one. Again, I want to take a look, and we'll edit these lines. We'll see as now Anisimov is out. All right, so after all of the moves, we've got Abramov, Pinto, and Sokolov, but then we've got Kurashev up on the left wing of the second line, and Forsback at Carlson centering the third line. He does fit here. We might move him up here to over Logan Brown, but Logan Brown is also only 22. He's a year younger, so we'll see. The other potential chance is going like this, and then putting Logan Shaw, I believe, at center. Actually, Bodden has a great center. Okay, so we might do that. That's probably the play, as I want to try and get him a bunch of ice time as well. In terms of goaltenders, I think I'm just going to leave Decord because his role as a minor starting goaltender. Potential is medium backup, so he can grow just a little bit, but his role is correct, and so is Gustafsson. So we'll see if they can grow. They'll split a lot of time here in the AHL. So I think we are all ready to go, as we're not going to move Murray this year. We'll wait. So I think it's time to sim to the regular season. So here we go. All right, guys, so how this is going to go, I think we're going to sim a couple of weeks. We'll probably go 3 weeks here at a time, and then we'll kind of get a lay of the land, maybe a month. So we'll go a month into the season and just see how things go. So, again, we want to lose, but if we win, I mean, it is what it is, but I would like to lose early on in this. All right, so we're through a month into the season. We're 3-8, exactly where I wanted to be honest with you. We're last in the division. In fact, wow, the Blues are 1-9. They have 2 points. And we'll take a look at our scoring. Dadonov leads the team with 7 points in 11 games. Stützle is a -13. Oh my goodness. Tkachuk a -12. So that is not ideal at all. In terms of our goaltenders, I mean, Murray played all 11. He's 3-8 with under 900 save percentage. So we're going to get some games for our backup Tendy as well. Let's take a look at the AHL, though, as we're 4-4, and Vitaly Abramov with 9 points, leading the team in 8 games, so that's not nearly as bad. Pinto with 7, Fortunato on defense with 7 assists. Daughtry there as well. Kurashev, who we just picked up before the season, has 5 points in 8 games, and that's not bad at all. Again, we'll take a look at the goaltenders, and we've got Gustafsson, who has 624, and Decord had a tough time in that first month, so we'll have to pay attention to that, as, really split time there, and Gustafsson clearly the better goaltender. I do want to take a quick look at the draft class. Again, I did add some of the higher profile names in this draft coming up. I created them and made them what I think is relatively what they expect to be. So Owen Power's still number 1, but we haven't scouted him just yet. Luke Hughes is an offensive defenseman, and a full elite, as is Brant Clark. So just taking a look at some of these guys, and again, our scouting staff will have a lot of this potential lit up by the time January 1st comes, and then we'll do it all over again. So nothing really crazy there, but just wanted to take a quick look at how the top end things are going. So I think it might be time to edit the lines, as Stützle is just having a tough time getting going, and I think we might need to move him down a line. That just might be the play. I wouldn't even mind getting him off center because he is only 74 on the draw. I think that might be the play. We'll see if he plays a little bit better on the second line at left wing as opposed to being at center. He still is on the power play. Tierney's played quite well, so that's not bad. But, everything's okay there. In terms of the minor league, we've got Sokolov, that's +4. Pinto is almost a point per game, so that's not bad at all. Forsbacka Carlson up here on the second line with Kurashev, who we did go out and grab, so everything's looking okay there. The one thing I do want to do is put in Forsberg over Murray, as he just needs a break, as that was a tough one. All right, let's go through the rest of the next month and see if we have a little bit better chance there. All right, so the roster moves must have been nuts because we went 10-3-1, and now we're in a wild card spot. Again, not exactly what I wanted, but I'm still okay if this team does succeed. That's fine. I mean, more playoff games does give the chance of the players a little bit more exposure and a chance to increase in overalls as well. Take a look at our scoring now. Is Dadonov up to 24 points in 26 games. Shabbat right behind him at 23 and 26, which is big because, well, that's is important for him to lead this squad. Tkachuk now 21 points in 26 games, still a -13. Norris has 18 points in 26. Stützle, a much better month now. I mean, he's still -14, but on the wing, he have 18 points in 26 games. So not a bad month for him at all. In terms of goaltenders, Murray now up to 10-10 with a .902 save percentage. Forsberg went 3-1 with a .925. We'll take a look around the entire NHL, though, and see specifically how, Stützle matches up against the rest of the, the draft class and whatnot. So in terms of just leading scorers, McKinnon with 43 points in 26 games. That is incredible. He is Ovechkin tied with him for the league lead in goals. We'll take a look at the rookies, though, as that's really what we got to pay attention to, is Norris and Stützle out in front for rookie scoring. Right behind him is Kaprizov and Höglander, so that's what you do like to see, as we've got a couple of our rookies in the top there, and Alex Formanton down there as well, so quite a good job for our rookies. Taking a look at the AHL, still 9-4, so I expected a little bit better for our AHL team, but nonetheless, they are out of a playoff spot right now, and we do want to see if we can get them to make the playoffs. So we'll take a look at their leading scorers. Pinto is 16 and 22. Fortunato on defense is still having a great season so far, 16 and in 22 games, only 69 overall. Nice. At Abramov with 15 and 22, and Kurashev right behind him. So not a bad start for those guys. In net, Decord, 17 games played, 912 save percentage, but Gustafsson in the backup role with 928. I think it might be time to switch these guys and give them a little bit more in opportunities in terms of starts for Gustafsson. Outside of that, everything is going according to plan. And like I said, guys, the first year, I'm completely okay with this team failing hard. So we'll go ahead and let things run here. The one thing I do want to make sure is we switch Gustafsson, as I want him to get a few, Gustafsson is starting now. Okay, perfect. I switched him up. All right, so we are good to go for the next month as well, and we'll see what December brings as we move along into the new year. All right, that's more like it. 3-9-1 in December, and that has us in 6th in the division, 36 points, and that's actually quite low in the league. So we'll take a look around and see Dadonov's still our leading scorer basically throughout the entire year, minus 17. That first line is just getting absolutely hammered. We've got Shabbat at 33 points, Kachuk at 33, Norris up to 28, and Stützle at 26 and 40. In net, we'll take a look at how they're doing. Murray, 886 save percentage. He has got to go, and quickly. Forsberg, 913, so a little bit better. We'll take a look around the league now and see how the rookie race is shaping up, because that's really the only one that we've got anyone in. McKinnon, 63 points in 40 games. Rantanen with 55. That is wild. All right, the rookies. Josh Norris still leading the way at 28 points in 40 games. Stützle at 26, but a minus 21. And then we've got Kaprizov right behind him, 23 points in 38 games. So not a bad start. Our rookies are still leading the way. Not the one that I thought, but nonetheless, Stützle doing half decent, up to an 84 overall now, by the way, guys. Like I said going into this, that was super important in terms of this season, was getting a good pick, getting rid of all the bad contracts, and then setting up the team for the future years and increasing or getting Stützle to be as high rated as he possibly can, and now up to 84. That's big, and I think he might be okay to switch up and move to this first line again. We'll give it a go for this next month and see moving Norris back to the second line. So we'll see how that plays out going forward. All right, so now that we've done that, there we go. Shabbat in 88. Brandstrom still in 89. Not a lot of points from him. Bernard Docker. So no one's really gone up in overalls other than Stützle, but that's fine. Actually, Kachuk did go up to an 85. So again, all good things there. We'll take a look at the AHL team as well and see how that's going along. We've got Abramov, Pinto, and Sokolov still. Sokolov having a decent season there. Carlson, Brown, and Kurashev on that second line. On defense, Fortunato up to a 70 overall, so that's good to see that he is improving. Lassie Thompson still a 68, as is Alsing. And then in net, Decord still a 77. He's got a 914 save percentage, so not bad there. So we'll go back and take a look as we are closing in on the trade deadline. But the one thing we do need to take notice of is the scouting staff is now, it looks like it should be, they're all done. As it looks like, we're going to have to go through now as they've all just manually done it. So we have to go and reset all of that as their first round of scouting is now done. So we'll take a look at the draft class, and sure enough, everyone is at the top is 4 out of 4 potential. So again, the scouting staff did do exactly what we needed them to. So we'll do one more pass here. So just looking at the top of the guys, obviously Owen Power is going to be nuts. Willie Sylvester is a sniper, ranked 2, and having a really good season as well. So again, we hope to have a couple picks that we can go in on. Hughes there is going to be nice as well. We should have a pretty low pick, as Carson Lambos has the franchise, might be a franchise potential there. I'm not really sure, but again, nice to see. And again, we will go through, and I will now reset the scouting. So if you weren't here for the first episode, teaching you guys how to actually scout specifically. If you go into scout specific players, you want to remove all these guys, okay? And again, start fresh here. And now you want to go to April 1st. So the first time we went all the way until I believe it was January 1st. Now we've got to do it again to April 1st because that will allow you to get 3 cycles in of the potential being scouted completely. And that is really the most important thing about scouting in this game. So if we go through it and at April 1st, you do it one more time, it will finish right before the draft again. That is why we do it like that. So I'm going to go through now and just change all of these. So again, the one thing you do want to mention is you go over to potential comparison and just go down and notice on the right bottom right, you'll see estimated date. And you want to go all the way until April 1st, which is, I think we can only get that one. So April 1st. Don't go any further than that. That's fine. You can maybe go and just the last one hit playing style. The playing style takes a little bit less time. 1 day each usually. So marketing is the last one. Now you want to go like this and go all the way back. And you want to make sure you do it again like this because playing style, and then the reason is that the guys you want scouted first, obviously, are the high-rated ones, the higher-rated prospects, because those are the ones that are most important to you building a team. And now we're all set. So Enlund is at the top, and he is the number 1 prospect from this region. So now you want to go ahead and do that with all of the prospects, or the scouts once again. All right, so I've gone through and I've re-scouted all of the players. Again, you want to get it as close to April 3rd or April 1st as possible. I have some that went to April 3rd. That's fine. And then again, on April 3rd, what we'll do is we'll take all the scouts and we'll do it one more time before the rest of the season. And that way we'll get the most up-to-date potential information on your draft class. And that is, again, how you are going to successfully maneuver through the draft as we go on. So take a look at the coaching staff as well. Again, I'm going to fire probably all of these guys, and that'll be an off-season thing. Like, one of the biggest goals that we have this season is to find the head coach that we're going to use for forever or as long as we can, and then find his matching AHL coach. But again, that is going to be for the off-season. So we have basically just got to get through the next few months here. We'll go again and we'll sim through until February 1st, and then we've got to make some choices here and see what's available at the deadline. So we'll go ahead and sim. All right, so 5-4-1 in the month of January has us in 6th in the division. We'll take a look at where we're standing in terms of the entire league, as again, the goal is to be as bad as possible in this one. So if we go all the way down, we are currently in 25th spot. So again, not bad at all. I would like to get inside the top 5 for better chance at the lottery, but we'll have to see. Take a look at the leading scorer again. It is Dadonov, as I think he's probably going to lead the way. He is over a point per game, though, as now he's got 52 points in 50 games. Kachuk behind him at 44 and 50. Shabbat at 43 is having a great offensive season. Stützle, minus 18, but 40 points in 50 games, up to an 85 now, and his role now a second line forward. It started in the third line, so that's good to see. Norris, he actually did pass Norris finally, as Norris is up to an 82 overall. Dzingel behind him. Batherson. We might actually try and move on from Dzingel at the trade deadline, but we'll wait and see there. In terms of our goaltenders, we'll take a look. As Murray, 43 games played, still under a 900 save percentage, but Forsberg not doing well either. We'll take a look now at the rookie race. It's, again, our most important thing here, and we'll see as McKinnon, 79 points in 50 games. Him and Rantanen are running away with things. Skaters, we are now leading. Yeah, we've got 40 points. Norris right behind him at 39. And we've got a big lead over a Kaprizov and third at 28 points in 50 games. So Stützle could win the Calder. Norris might take it, though, because of the -6 here, but we'll have to see, as we are we're doing pretty good here. Look at the AHL team, 19-21-6. I really thought that this team might be a little bit better, but that's fine. Again, without the right coaching staff in place, it obviously is going to be a bit of a mess. Kurashev, who we traded for, 78 overall, 32 points, a leading scorer at 20 in 46 games. Pinto behind him, as he is probably going to jump up to the NHL next year, hopefully, if he has a good season. Fortunato now, 70 overall, on the first pairing defense. He's got 31 points in 46 games. Abramov there. And Sokolov, who is, again, our second-round pick in 2020. He is on the first line, 69 overall, but he is having a decent season. We'll take a look in nets, as Decord, 907, and Gustafsson now with a 913. So Gustafsson definitely improving a little bit there. So not a bad, stat line there, but I really wish we would have made the playoffs. We might be able to, might send some guys down. We'll see. But yeah, now we've got to take a look and who we want to move on from at the deadline, as Dzingel probably, he's got 39 points, or sorry, he's got about just over 30 points in 50 games, and he's not part of the future at 28 years old and a $3.65 million contract. He is on an expiring deal. So is Dadonov, I believe. No, he's got 3 years remaining. My apologies. Colin White's fine. Batherson, he's going to be around for a while. Tyranny as well. I kind of want him just in a leadership role. Nick Paul, 25. We have to see what we'll do about him. I'm not really sure, but I do like having him on the team. Formanton, 21 years of age is fine. Amadio, and then Connor Brown, we might move on from as well, as he signed for another 3 years. On defense, take a look at Zaitsev specifically, as he's got 4 years left on that big contract, and maybe we can get someone to take him. And then obviously Murray, but yeah, I don't know who's going to take 6.7 mil. All right, well, I'll see around and see if there's any deals that can be made here. I wasn't able to find any trades just yet, so we are going to go into the week before the deadline, and we'll get things set up for our trade deadline, as we do want to make sure we move any of the expiring contracts. So we'll go ahead and sim here and see how we do. Hopefully some more L's as we win against the Leafs. Of course we do. Couple of wins back-to-back, but now we're back on the losing train. And again, guys, losing in the first year is fine for this team. I'm completely okay with it. Again, I want the best draft pick we possibly can get. And 23, 30, and 6 is got us right in line to get a top-end pick. Dadonov still leading the way. All right, guys, so that is where we're going to stop things for this episode. I do want to mention, I did see your comments down below, and I forgot to do this prior to the season starting. So we will unassign the captaincy, and you guys have all pretty much made it apparent that we need to make Shabbat the captain with Kachuk as the A. And then the other A, I'm not sure yet. I wouldn't mind giving it to Stützle, but we'll give it to Josh Norris, as he's going to be on the team for a while, and a little bit more of a, well, I mean, I guess technically a little bit more of a veteran than Stützle. I don't know. But just for this year, that's fine. So Norris gets the A, Kachuk gets the A, and then you guys said Shabbat is who the other one should be, and I agree there. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for this episode. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and hopefully we'll see if we can't make some moves in the next episode through the trade deadline, and then we'll sim through the rest of the year and get into the best part of a rebuild, and that is the draft. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.